This is the pound New Zealand, currently on the 15, and on the lower time frame we have a rising channel which I've used to get involved with a bit of a counter trend move here back down into structure. So let's remove the orders, do the higher time frame analysis as usual. So here on the dailies, we've come down into structure. We have multiple structure levels here. We have these wicks here. We have the closes of the candles. We are currently trading here at the moment. So you can see we've got this level right here. This level has technically held because of this wick. So 3, 4, 5, and we are coming down for a 6th time. High probability that we're going to see a reaction. Let's go to the 240. Okay, here on the 240, we are still down at that structure level. In fact, on the 240, the structure level is here. But if we zoom in, you can see technically we haven't violated it because of these wicks. So we're still holding that structure level, and we have seen a bullish momentum candle here, an indication that we could be coming higher, potentially up to this zone. What you can also look for is the market is coming lower, pull back, lower, pull back, lower, pull back, lower, and then look for a pullback for a retest of the lows again, or at least work our way down. To remove this, I'm going to put the RSI is overbought first of all at 80 on the 60-minute time frame. That's a good sign. If I put a structure level on, the wicks always interest me. This main level here, the wicks just here, are what really interests me. So let's go to the 15. Here on the 15, just move that structure level up to the closes of the candles. We went massively overbought here at 95. So look left for structure. Once again, we're still within the wicks. Let's drop down to the 5, which is the rising channel that I used as the entry. So rising channel is basically when we see a directional move and then we see the market adhering to a channel. Let me reposition that. We draw it out on the closes of the candles like this, and again on the closes of the candles like that. Bring back on the orders. Pushing down into profit now. Just keeping an eye on the other currency pairs as well. I've got one close to targets, but another one I think I'm going to be stopped out for break even. So we need a minimum of 4 touches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not quite got that positioned correctly. And then these rising channels, what we're looking for is bearish divergence. So on the first test, we must be overbought with bearish divergence. So we're making higher highs and then we're making lower lows, giving us bearish divergence. Now these patterns are only valid to come down and retest this structure area. However, due to the position of where we're at, I'm looking for a move back down into, we'll just bring back on the orders, back down into the structure level just here. And this is the most recent level of support. It is coming in at the 9500 psychological number, so I'm 4 pips above that. Let's drop to the 15. See that we're starting to get that reaction now. Whether or not we get the follow through, I don't know. I've only gone 6 pips above the high here because for me this was the turning point. What else is there? Not a great deal else. We can throw a fib on from our swing low to a swing high. Nothing else really, so just a structure-based trade, but using a rising channel as the entry. We've been very, very directional here. The RSI was massively overbought. We were overbought on the 60, the 15, the 5. We came into a minor level of structure, but with this pattern, and I'll just show you what I actually saw. We saw this rejection candle here, this inverted hammer, indication that that was the rejection before the breakout. So we'll see if we can push down here for targets. We are looking at 17 of risk. It is the pound New Zealand, so it does have a big ATR for 29 of reward. Just a little update on this trade. We did get up to about 20 pips up here, something like that. Moving quite nicely. Obviously picked the points that we were turning at, and that's the important thing. We're looking for those areas where we can see that reaction, where we can see that turning point. Can I reduce the risk down any on this trade? No, not really. We keep it as it is at the moment, and we simply wait for price to come down and hit our targets. And we're back for the update, and we have spiked through my take profit and it hasn't taken. So I'm just going to just give it a second. Okay.
Order filled.
27 pips. Problem with the pound New Zealand is the spread. But we had come down into our structure level. We had come down and tapped that 9500 psychological number. So 27 pips banked in the end. Nice little trade. Pain-free.